Alright, welcome back to BattleTech, the Crescent Inception, where we have just fled the Citadel after the Crescent raid, and immediately we are engaged outside the city here by 1 mech and 5 humans. I don't want to have this fight, so I'm going to select no. What we want to do now is try and track down any surviving Lyran security forces. The Curetans have pushed Archon Katrina Steiner off planet. She managed to escape. We need to go and try and find the whereabouts and fate of our father, though, Jeremiah Youngblood. Best place to go is to the Starport to the north. There are a number of other smaller towns around the map, but the Starport should be our main destination. I did not manage to evade them. Okay, that's not good. What I can show you here, though, do you want the computer to fight for you? No, verbose, yes. Is as soon as the fight begins, you can flee. You have eluded your enemies. So even though I couldn't avoid the fight, once it begins, I can move away. You return to the location of where you were before the fight here. Right, so the Starport is to the north. We knew that already. You can actually look in the map in the manual to get an idea of where the main locations are. Most of them are just small towns with nothing really of interest. I want to avoid all mechs at the moment. I'm just going to continue north. No, again, another mech here. I don't want that. 1 human. Who's this guy? Engage combat. Yeah, why not? No, we don't want the computer to fight for us. Who is he? Who's this madman? Arm with a pistol. Oh my god. Let's fight him. Why not? Go mech. And that's the end of this fight. After the invigorating scuffle, you defeated the Cretans. Press any key. You dig through the soldiers' pockets and find 60 bills and cash. You return to where you were before combat took place. Okay. Let's keep heading north here. No, I don't want to have these fights. Just trying to get to the Starport as quick as possible, really. Who are these guys? Okay, 1 down. And there's another one. And we've got another 8 C-bills. This is kind of small pennies, though. Do I want to exchange my machine gun for a longbow? Who are these 2 guys, these legends here that attacked us with shortbow and longbow? No, thank you. Right, further north. Imagine seeing like a 50-ton mech moving around, moving away from you as well. I mean, like, yeah, let's quick get that rear armor there. Fire the longbow. Wonderful noise of a train going past there. Apologies if that comes through because it's just a high-pitched squeak. We don't want to do this fight. Let's keep moving north. Here we are at the boulder field. So we're going to turn and start heading west now. Look at that strut. That is such a powerful strut. You can just picture the Bee Gees playing. Or you can hear them playing, rather. 1 mech and 7 humans. No, thank you. There's a fight I do not want to have. The mechs were... okay, and here we are at the corner of the Starport. So it's the only other walled city in the map. The Citadel and the Starport. We don't want to do this. You have eluded the enemies. Let's keep moving here. In the books, it's actually called Starpad, I think. In the game, I think it's called Starport. I'm not sure which. They're probably interchangeable. Keep moving around the outside here. Heading north now, we're almost at the entrance. Attacking force 4 humans. No, thank you. I'm right at the entrance here. Okay, here we go. Will you enter the mech garage? Yes, please. Let's do that. You have walked into a huge mech parking garage. Since mechs are not allowed in the Starport, anyone with a mech wishing to enter the Starport must park his mech here. The parking garage manager approaches you and asks if you want to leave your vehicles here in his fine facility while you enter Starport. Yes, I do. You guide your mechs into the garage and take the receipts offered you. You are told that you will be expected to pay for this service when you leave the Starport. Let's go back now into the mech garage here. The parking garage manager saunters over to you and hands you the bill. You cough as you read the figures on the paper. You try to haggle, but he stands firm. After all, he does have your property as collateral. Will you pay the fee of 150 C-bills to get your mechs out of the garage? No. Of course not. The manager laughs and says, "You'll be back." Yes, we will. What a ripoff. Anyway, let's move around here. We're going to go counterclockwise around Starport here and go into the various different buildings. Will you enter the Mech Loop? Yes, I will. We've been in one of these before, back in the Citadel. You're standing in the entryway to a huge BattleTech repair center. And we took an apprenticeship in the Citadel. If I try and do one here again, it says we've already trained you as high as we can, so they're all connected. You'll have to enter a tech school if you want to learn more than you already know. I wonder if there is a tech school somewhere on the map, or whether that's just means that Jason can't get that skill any higher, but other people possibly could. Visit the speed shop. I still don't know why it's called speed shop. You enter the small side shop and are accosted by the smell of grease and molten mech armor. There are piles of parts on the floor, and several of the techs are gathered together, bragging about mounting some outrageous combination of weapons on tiny mechs. You approach the counter and ask the man there about the services they offer. He explains that they can substantially increase the firepower of any mech by removing jump jets or inefficient weapons and mounting new ones instead. Modify which mech? Well, let's have a look at the chameleon here. Oh, we don't deal in that type of mech. Great. Quote, we will substantially increase the power of any mech. Then immediately after, we don't deal in that type of mech. Droids aren't welcome here. We don't serve their kind. Let's have mechs repaired. What's it going to say here? That mech looks shiny to me. It doesn't need anything fixed. Yeah. The bows, unsurprisingly, did no damage to it. Buy mech ammunition. I don't think we used any machine gun, did we? No. Okay. Talk to others? Anyone in here? No, nobody's interested. Alright, that's us done there. Let's move around this way. We have a weapon shop. This is exactly the same as the one in the Citadel, so we're not interested. And here we have an armor shop. Again, exactly the same. Move down here. Will you enter the arena? Okay, so this is new. What is that picture there? Main event. Arian versus Mo arena. Welcome to the arena, where modern day gladiators duel in the Colosseum of the... Is that how you spell Colosseum? I don't think that's correct. But whatever. Colosseum of the 30th century. Shouldn't that be 31st century as well? This game is supposed to be like 3025. Here you can challenge another mech warrior in combat for fun and profit. The winner gets a cash reward of 500 C-bills. The loser may even get to live. Do you want to give it a try? Well, you know what? Let's leave it now. Nobody here is interested in talking. Okay, keep going this way. And I don't think this is anything. Let's double check here. No, it's nothing. What's this building? Nothing again. Let's keep moving around. I'm fairly sure none of these buildings are of any interest to us. But this one is. This is a new place. Will you enter the hospital? Polished steel beams support the massive building you have just entered. Things sparkle in cleanliness. You look around in awe at the splendor of this place and bump into a 20-foot statue of two snakes intertwined on a pole, the universal symbol of healers. Why is that the symbol? I know the symbol, I can picture it in my head, but I don't know the history of that. I wonder what that came from. Get healed, 25 C-bills. Nobody's wounded, so we don't need to do that. Attend medical seminar. What's this? You scan the bulletin board and notice that the hospital is offering seminars and hands-on experience to teach you more about first aid and surgery. The admission fee is an astronomical 500 C-bills, but the knowledge to be gained could be invaluable. Do you want to attend? Well, let's try. The registrar stops you at the door and takes your name tag from you and rips it up. My God. She tells you that your Comstar balance is 14. She informs you that doctors expect to be paid for the very hard work they do, and for you not to return until you can afford to pay your own way. So there's no such thing as socialised healthcare in the Lyran Commonwealth. Well, no, not really. It's a seminar, isn't it? God, I wonder if there is... I have a vague recollection of reading the source book and it talking about that very thing, actually. Whatever. I'm thinking as I was reading it, wow, the Lyran Commonwealth is probably the place to be. Anyway, search medical records. Let's have a look. You approach the front desk and ask the nurse there to scan their medical records to see if they have a patient by the name of Jeremiah Youngblood. So we're looking for our father here. The nurse dutifully scans the patient roster and replies in a nasally voice that there is nobody registered here by that name. You thank her and can't help but feel a little bit more depressed. So we still don't know his whereabouts. We know he's not wounded here, but that could mean he's dead out in the field, or it could mean he's alive and well. Talk to others. Anyone in here? No, there's no one. Okay, we're done in the hospital for now. Where's this guy going? Is he going into the hospital? If he is, let's follow him in and talk to him. You know you want to. No, he's going elsewhere. Let's head this way then. Got another building here. Will you enter the inaugural hall? Yes, I will. Oh, look at that, new picture. You peek your head through the door and see a huge auditorium. On the walls and from the roof, you see hanging banners with something you never thought you would see on Pacifica, the Kurita Dragon. Some posters on the walls are proclaiming the inauguration of the new Kuritan government at a ceremony tonight, and this must be the place. Some workers are installing equipment on the stage, and you decide that your Lyran Special Forces uniform probably wouldn't go over too well with them. Since you don't want a run-in with the enemy just yet, you close the door quietly. Well, these people were really quick to convert to Kuritans over the Lyrans. They must have hated the Lyrans. Either that or the Kuritans just brought like 10,000 civilians with them who were all just perfectly content just to live on this hostile planet. This is nothing. Yeah, there we go. Let's keep moving north here. I'm fairly sure that is also nothing, despite it looking like a very large, imposing building. Will you enter the clothes shop? Yes, I will. You have entered a clothing store where all types of civilian clothes are for sale. The proprietor eyes you anxiously. Obviously, your Lyran Special Forces uniform is making him nervous, because there could be a shootout here if any of the Draconian soldiers were to see you here. What do I want to do? Buy clothes? I can't afford them, can I? The proprietor informs you that you can't quite afford these clothes. He suggests that you return when you are more affluent. What a way to say it as well. Sorry, we only serve people of a higher affluence than you. Let's move around. What's this place? That's the lounge, okay. You have entered a small lounge. All around you, people are engaged in conversation, dining, and listening to the awful entertainers. Anyone in here? No, there's no one, okay. Let's move around this way. Anyone here? Will you guys leave me away? Leave me alone even? What's this building? I don't think this is anything. No, it's not. Aha, this is what I've been looking for. The Comstar Center in Starport. Comstar being a neutral place, this should all still let me use my accounts. You are standing in the entry hall of an official Comstar hyperpulse generator station. All around you, Comstar technicians attend to the interplanetary communication equipment, while several adepts, shrouded in robes and mystery, direct their efforts. They ignore your attempts at communication, so you settle down to one of the small public access computer terminals. Let's inspect our accounts. The terminal screen clears. At its insistence, you place your eye over the retinal scanner to verify that you are indeed Jason Youngblood. After the terminal beeps confirmation, you blink a few times to redilate your pupil as your balance sheets print out on the screen. Okay, so our current investments are up to 1659. I think they were about 1200 when we left the Citadel, so they've gone up a fair chunk. What I want to do though is change my investments, and I want to sell. Let's sell 859. Why not? Okay, so I have 800 left in Defiance Industries here, and now what I'm going to do is buy some stock in Nashsan Diversified or something like that. I can't even remember what the company is. Let's put the rest of our money into this. Okay, so we have 800 in Defiance Industries and 873 in NasDiv, and we're going to see which one of them returns a better investment over however long we're here. And I've just realized I do need to do something else. Let's sell 35 off this, so we now have a little bit of cash. Leave Comstar, and we're going to start heading down this way to buy some new clothes, which we desperately need. Enter the clothes shop. Here we go. You've entered the clothing store. Yes, we already know this. Buy the clothes. You head for the dressing room and quickly change into your new set of clothes. You feel relief knowing that you don't stand out in the crowd anymore. Okay, so even though we look identical, we are still the blue guy. We can not have to worry about being attacked now. I don't think this massive building here on the left, despite looking quite grand, lets us do anything. There's only one more place that we need to check out in Starport. And it is a little bit to the south, I think. This corner here. Might have gone to the wrong place. No, it was the one up top here. This one, I think. Apparently I'm lost. Oh, here we go. Okay, will you enter the video hut? Yes, I will. Welcome to Frob's Electronics Store. What a name, Frob. where consumer electronics gadgets of all types are available for sale. Let's browse. You wander down rows of electronic items, looking disinterestedly at household appliances and cheap monaural? Monaural? I don't even know. I've never heard that word before. Radios. The sales cloaks are all gabbing away at each other, and you find it improbable that they will ever come to you. You walk up to one of them and tap him on the shoulder. This does not make him happy, because now he will actually have to do some work instead of talking all day. Working is much less fun, so he gives you an exasperating look and waits for you to tell him what you want. Alright, so we have two options here. A holodisc player. If you remember, I think Rick Atlas gave us some sort of chip. Maybe we can use this for that. And we have a terrain mapper as well, which was something we saw in our inventory as an item we did not possess. Let's check out the holodisc player first. The salesman takes you over to the holo viewer displays, hardly concealing his great irritation in the process. He rattles off endlessly meaningless statistics, such as a harmonic inversion ratio of 0.0007% and a signal to vector impulse tangent of something or other. These small portable models are much nicer than the holo viewer you had back in the barracks. When you ask about the price, he is nearly enraged at the inconvenience and at your absolute blindness. He slowly and laboriously points to a price ticket, which is clearly marked, although it does happen to be 16 feet away, facing the opposite direction, and behind several boxes. In a locked filing cabinet in a basement with a sign that said, "Beware of the leopard." When you do uncover it, you gasp at the 7,000 C-bill price. Do you want to buy it? No. 7,000 C-bills. My God. The salesman is very miffed after all the work he's done, all the effort expended, and you rob him of his commission. You tell him that you will browse some more, and he slinks back into the anonymity of salesman conversation group. Let's continue to browse here. You wander down the rows with yada yada yada. Terrain mappers. In one corner of the store is a stand-up display of terrain mappers. They are small electronic devices that tie into orbiting satellites and give you a snapshot view of the area they are standing on. They're prohibitively expensive, costing 6,000 C-bills. Will I buy one? Let's try. Since you don't have the adequate funds in your C-bill account to cover this purchase now, you decide to save your money and come back when you can pay cash for it. Alright, I think we're done here. So what we need to do is go back to the inaugural hall. Check, see if we can, well, do anything else now that we are no longer dressed in our Lyran Special Forces uniform. Yes, enter the inaugural hall. Here we go. You peek through the head and yada yada yada. We read that bit before. Since you are now wearing civilian clothes instead of your Lyran uniform, you decide to risk asking one of the workers for details. He sneers at you and acts disgusted, but manages to spit out that the new government is officially being instituted tonight, and attendance is mandatory for all dignitaries on Pacifica. You leave before antagonizing the man further. You can't help but feel that this has been your big break so far, because anyone you may know who is left on the planet will be here tonight. Okay, so we need to come back later. In the meantime, though, what we're going to do is go and investigate the arena. Let's go around this way first. Where are these guys going? Anyone going into the lounge here? Oh, there is someone. Okay, let's follow him in. Okay, into the lounge we go. Talk to others. Fred Svensson. I remember this guy. What's the big idea bumping into me like that? Oh, okay. Thanks, Fred. Wait your turn. I'll be done soon. Kids these days. Wait your turn. What is he doing? What else is he going to say? What you looking for? Buried treasure? Excuse me, but I'm trying to do something here. Please go away. Oh, this is great. I don't have time to chat about the weather. Wait your turn. Okay, I think that's everything. Know what you need? A good, swift kick. Hey, come back here. Jesus, this guy must not have heard that we are a master of bows and blades. He better watch out. Right, let's grab some cash. Consultation, you're standing in the entry hall. Yeah. We read that. What's it up to now? Oh, look at that. Okay, funds are going up. Because I think we had 800. So NasDiv is definitely giving us a better return. Let's change our investments. Sell. Defines industries. This could be risky because it couldn't go down. So now I'm going to have 2 grand in NasDiv. Let's change our investments here. Buy some more stock in Defiance Industries. No, sorry. I wanna do 0. You invest nothing at this time. Yeah, okay, that's what I want to do. NasDiv, that's what we were looking for. I want to leave myself. Is that 250? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna need 250 here because what I'm gonna try and do is rent a mech at the arena. Now I can use my own mech, but we'll worry about that later. Let's go down. We're really just killing time until tonight and we can go to the inaugural hall. Will I enter the arena? Yes, I will. Do you want to give it a try? Yes. The attendant, a shriveled old woman with horn-rimmed glasses, takes a long puff of her cigarette and pushes a registration form in your way. In between bronchial coughs. Is that how you say that word? I think that's what I got right now. Bloody cough. She points to certain places on the form for you to initial, releasing the arena management from any liability. She tells you that you can rent a mech from the arena or use one of your own. Do you want to rent a mech? Yes, I will. Then she checks your Comstar C-Bill account and tells you that the arena management has taken 50 C-Bills from your account for renting one of their mechs and another 200 C-Bills as a security deposit and to cover repairs to their mech in case you lose. You nearly shriek when you are told that you have been charged so much that nowhere is listed that it costs 250 C-Bills just to try. The attendant looks at you, makes a condescending face, and tells you that you had better hope you win. I guess we're just trapped now. We are forced to fight. Oh, interesting sound. Okay, do I want the Karita? Do I want the computer to fight for us? No, I don't. We are trapped here. What's going on? We're like in the corner. What are we even fighting? Okay, we're in a locust. What is the enemy in? He is also in a locust, to the south. The question is, are we stuck in this corner? Because I genuinely think we might be. Let's use this thing on him. Right, all weapons, go. Let's move out of this ridiculous area here. Okay. Cautiously move into the trees here. Where do I want to go? Let's try and get to the water. Can I make it? I think I can. Okay, good. It's deep water by the looks of things. Let's continue to fight from here. We're in cover and we're also in the water, so that's going to keep us cool. Hopefully we can win this fight. But this is going to be a long, slow one with just a locust here. Now, I think we read somewhere that we're going to be rewarded 500 C-Bills if we win. Minus the 50 for renting this mech. I'll give us 450. Assuming we win, this is. But if you remember, way back in the training missions, we had a similar situation where we had placed ourselves perfectly fighting a locust when we were in a wasp, and still lost the fight. Ah. And that's it. The crowd boos resoundingly. You have lost. Rest in peace at 250 credits. The shriveled woman almost chuckles when she sees you again. She tells you that your 250 C-Bill deposit has been confiscated to pay for the repairs to their mech. She explains between coughs that you have lost respect and money. She recommends that the next time you try the arena, you win. You turn and exit the arena. Okay, well, we're going to need to make up for that later. For now, though, I think enough time has probably passed. If I can duck through this gap here, yes I can, to go to the inaugural hall. Oh, I went the wrong direction anyway. Okay, here we go. Enter the inaugural hall, yes. The party started just a few minutes ago. You walk in, pretending not to hear the doorman's request to see your invitation, and quickly get lost in the crowd. Some Kurita ambassador is at the podium, droning on and on. He's saying something about ushering in a reign of progress and peace, and some other rhetoric that turns your stomach. You strain your neck every which way, trying to see someone you recognize. Someone grabs you by the shoulder and starts to drag you towards a door. Figuring that the pesky doorman has finally caught up with you, you break free and ball up your fists, your anger fueled by the pent-up frustration and depression you've been trying to keep under control all this time. The man you face is not the doorman, however. He is substantially larger and looks strong enough to pluck your head off if it was necessary. Passion prevailing over reason, you rush the man anyway. Instead of dishing out an adrenaline-inspired beating, you have your arms twisted and locked painlessly behind your back in a blindingly quick maneuver. Whoever your antagonist is, he sure knows a lot more about fighting than you do. But we are a master of blade and bow, how could that be? He propels you quickly through the crowd, and the altercation is over so fast that hardly anyone notices. As you are ushered at near breakneck speed, the doorman gets his verbal shot at you, something about getting what you deserve. Your thoughts race that this man who is nearly carrying you outside must be the official bouncer. Once outside, you are not hurled into the gutter as you thought must be inevitable, but are escorted hurriedly into a side alley. You close your eyes, an action you feel appropriate since you are surely going to be knocked unconscious. Jason, don't you recognize me? You open one eye, very slowly, and look at your interrogator. He's holding you by the shoulders and looking into your face. You open the other eye wider than you intended from that realization that you probably won't be killed now, and study the face before you. He does look vaguely familiar now, but you don't recall seeing this man since you were very young. He reintroduces himself as Rex Pierce, a friend of your father, and a member of the Crescent Hawks, an elite group formed by Katrina and used by her for covert operations. He shows you a holo card that identifies a Crescent Hawk member. Well, there it is. And there we go. Just this handy, tiny little device. What is it supposed to be? A holo card. Okay, fine. You do remember having seen that symbol on some of your father's equipment. That seems so long ago. He chastises you, questioning what you were thinking, poking your head, a young blood face, into a room full of Curitans. After the assassination attempt, he says that you should know better. Rex explains that he has been left here to find you, and to give you this box. You take it from him and examine it. It bears the Crescent Hawks logo. Rex tells you that it was entrusted to him by your father, in case something happens to him. Rex goes on to tell you that your father, in addition to being captain of security forces, was guarding a huge cache of mech repair parts. This cache is extremely valuable, and we cannot afford for it to fall into Curitan hands. Jeremiah was the only one who knew its precise location, and it was guarded by an intricate security system. To enter the cache requires a combination of Rex's retinal scan and a password that only you have. You begin to protest about knowing the password, and Rex points to the box. He tells you that the password is probably somewhere in the box, which can only be opened after verifying your retinal scan. He says that Katrina left him here to assist you in your mission, which is recruit all the Crescent Hawk agents you can find the cache, and signal her using the homing device you will find there. Rex says that there are many Crescent Hawk agents who are not able to reach Katrina's dropship in time to be evacuated off the planet, and are probably blending into the population, working as doctors or techs. One of our agents has been arrested and imprisoned, and we should try to free him when we leave. Rex also tells you that there is a good chance that some of the Crescent Hawk agents you will encounter will also be Curitan double agents. Be on the lookout for any unusual behavior from any of the agents you meet. Okay. Rex tells you that you're not completely helpless in your request. Katrina left him a shiny new 25-ton commando mech, which is parked in the garage. So that would be the second biggest mech we've yet seen. You place your eye over the mini scanner on the box, and the lock clicks open. Inside, there is a small biochip and a holodisc. As you reach inside to get the items, the box is shot out from your hands. An armed squad of Draconian soldiers is storming down the alley, pistols blazing. You grab the chip and holodisc and prepare to run, but Rex is drawing his pistol and steeling himself for a showdown. Okay, here we go then. Let's get into the fight. We'll have the computer fight for us. Looks like we're up against 4 guys, armed with pistols. Oh no, sorry, I'm with crossbows and pistols and maybe something else again. Computer's currently moving him, and Rex too. Okay, let's have a look at what we're up against. Enemies here. Crossbow, cudgel, sword, and pistol. Okay, so nothing too serious. Begin the fight. Hopefully we can take care of them quickly here. Don't know what kind of armor they have. Come on, Jason, you're supposed to be a master of this weapon. Apparently being... Oh, okay. There he is. First casualty there. Someone's doing a very long range knife hit. Look at this. He's like knifing him from like 10 meters away. Come on, get this guy. Second one down. Rex has taken all the hits here. Okay, another one down. One guy left. After an invigorating scuffle, you defeat the Cretans. You dig through the soldiers' pockets and find 45 sea bills and cash and confiscate their weapons. I don't want the crossbow, don't want the sword, pistol. Jason fumbles with some bandages to assist the wounded. Okay, so he's healing Jason and he's healing Rex. So look at that, yeah, we took like 2/3 of our health there in that fight. You return to where you were before the combat took place. So what I need to do now is move back up to the north here. Head around this way. I don't want to go in there just yet. I want to go Comstar. Okay, you're standing in the hall. Yep, we know all this already. I've got 1,500 here. Let's change investments. We're going to buy an extra 45. Always helps. 15, 55. Not interested in that. Let's move around this way. Basically what we need to do now is get the money for... Well, hang on. Can we try and go back in here? We know we've got a holodisc from this guy just now. Didn't we have a holodisc as well from earlier back in the Citadel? Rick Atlas gave us a holodisc. What happens if I try and go back in here? You think better of entering this building again because of all the Draconian soldiers who will surely recognize your face. Okay, yeah. That's a reasonable thing to do. Let's heal a little bit more. You see, I heal very slowly. What I would like to do... Oh, we're under attack again. No, thank you. Is begin maybe getting some medical courses. What happens if I try going into the clothing shop again? None of the other fashions in the store really catch your eye. Okay. Right. I'm going to manipulate the stock markets a little bit till I have a bit of cash, and then we will continue on with the game. Okay, so we are outside the Comstar facility. We're going to go indoors here and withdraw some money from our account, which is up to 9,000 now. Let's move some money out. I want to sell 650. You'll see what I'm going to do with that in just a second. First, I'm going to continue to heal my characters, which takes all day. And it seems to be random chance whether it works or not. So let's move around here. We are heading for the armor shop, which I believe is up here to the left. There it is. I think someone's just gone in here. Talk to others. Anyone in here? Fred Svensson. Oh, we know him well. Let's. Do we need to repair our armor? Lost 37 points of its protective capacity. Okay, we do need to repair it. Let's do that then. There you go, good as new. And what we want to do is buy a flak suit for Rex. So he too is some proper armor now. The shopkeeper is delighted that you have selected his store to make your purchase. He guarantees the quality of the material and workmanship, gives you your merchandise, thanks to you, and hopes for your future business. Okay. I'm going to need to get a little bit of cash now, actually, before I go any further. Let's go into the arena. Yes, but I don't want to rent. What I'm going to do instead, I want to use Chameleon again. Yes. We're going to have the computer take over here. Hopefully he will win the fight and win us enough money to do repairs, but also to go and take that hospital seminar we saw earlier. Map has changed briefly. I think it kind of mixes it up and varies each day. Let's do this. Okay, we're all already under fire by something for the laser. It's got machine guns, so it could be a Stinger or a Locust. It's a Locust. Okay. Should be able to blast that. It's in the trees though, so I need to get over there. Oh, it's coming out. Okay, we're just going to kick at each other, I think. And that's the killing blow. Locust destroyed, and we've won the fight. So having the Chameleon here makes this quite an easy fight to do. Same text as last time. Let's continue to heal our characters here. Okay, Jason finally fully healed. What we're going to do, I don't want to get into a fight. Let's go to that hospital and start getting some training. No, stop fighting me. Move up into here. Will you enter the hospital? Yes, I will. We're going to attend the medical seminar. You scan the bulletin board and notice that the hospital is offering seminars and hands-on experience to teach you more about first aid and surgery. The admission fee is an astronomical 500 C-bills. That's a tiny amount of money, really. But the knowledge to be gained could be invaluable. Do you want to attend? Yes. I want to attend myself, Jason. You watch a fascinating display of technology from simple skin grafting to complex myomar implants. There is much more information than you can digest. Someone of a higher medical background might get more out of this, but you have certainly learned as much as you can. Okay, so we've had the seminar now. Let's leave the hospital. We're going to check our characters. Let's check Jason first. Okay, Jason is the picture of health. Armor has not been injured. We are amateur in tech and in medical now. We don't have a med kit. We don't have a map out, and we don't have a field surgery kit. Let's have a look at Rex, see what kind of character he is. He could use some bandages. Armor's not been injured. Bow and blade amateur. Pistol's good. And rifle adequate. I'm trying to think. Amateur is better than adequate in this game, isn't it? So perhaps it's better to keep him as a pistol. I don't know if we can find a citadel, maybe we can train him. Gunnery excellent and piloting excellent. So he's an excellent mech pilot. He has some tech skills, but doesn't have any medical skills. He also doesn't have any kit. Let's go and see if we can't go into that building we saw that resembles the Citadel that we had in this. I keep saying the Citadel. Both the kind of building, this one here on the left. Can I go in there? No, it's not going to let us access into there. Okay, so there's just a couple of things left to do then. I don't want to fight these guys. What I need to do is go and repair my mech. Into the mech loop here. Have mechs repaired. My Chameleon, 56 damage. Okay, so a negligible amount of damage here. Let's have a look at this speed shop here. You enter the small... Yeah, okay, we've read that before. They'll modify any mech except Chameleons. Let's do the Commando. Okay, that Commando of yours is a nice mech, but it's a little short on armor. What I suggest you do is let us pull off that 4-pack missile launcher, and we'll stick a couple more medium lasers on it to make up for it. That will give you more punch. Then we glue on a whole ton's worth of armor. Glue on? I hope it's going to be attached with more than that. You'll hit harder and be able to take more hits too. All for the incredibly low price of only 13,800 C-bills. Want me to modify your mech? I don't think I can afford this here. Come back when you can afford it. Yeah, okay. Reasonable response. Let's heal here. Rex is healing. He still is not getting proper training here. Let's move around. Don't want to go in there just yet. We're kind of waiting for our C-bills to go up so I can buy some more equipment. And then we can be done with the starport. Move on to the next area. Some of the equipment I need to buy though is buy a medikit. Here we go. The hospital sells medical supply kits called medkits for 75 C-bills each. They contain bandages, splints, gauze, antiseptic, and other first aid supplies. Only someone trained in first aid can effectively use a medkit. Will you buy one? Yes. You take one and examine the contents. Now you will be able to heal your people after a combat much more efficiently. Okay, so we've done something good there. Let's heal our characters. See, I wonder. I see Jason now has a medkit. Does Rex? Okay, so it's a shared item. So we have medkits, but Rex is still failing at healing himself. Okay, so we've been killing some more time. Let's go and check our accounts here. Okay, we've got tons of cash now. Let's sell off a good chunk of it because we're about to spend it all. So 13,500 there. That leaves us 2 grand in the account, so that will continue to grow money again. What we're going to do is head back down to that hospital now to get Rex his own first aid healing, or send him on his own seminar. Let's go around this way. There's corpses still splattered on the ground there. No, I don't want to go in there. Will I enter the hospital? Yes, I will. I'm going to attend a medical seminar here. You scan the bulletin board. Yeah, okay, we read that before. We're going to send Rex this time. You watch a fascinating display of technology. Someone with a high medical background could have got more out of it. Leave the hospital. So I've got 1300. Let's inspect our characters. Rex is now amateur for medical, so if I heal with him, it still is not going up any faster. I think it's like random chance whether it heals or not. We do have a medikit, I think. Let's double check that. Yes, we do. But we don't have a mapper, which is what we're going to buy next. We don't have a field surgery kit either. But we don't have anyone trained enough to even use one. Let's keep heading this direction. I think it was this building on the left, wasn't it? Will I enter the video hut? Yes, I will. Okay. Been in here before. We read this before. Train mappers. Okay, let's buy it this time. You carry your purchase to the front counter and the clerks nearly fight amongst themselves to see who gets the fat commission from this sale. You let them sort it out and take your mapper with you. Alright, so what have we got here now? Inspect character. We have a mapper. So it says I can study things with it. But I don't know how much more there is to know, so to speak. We'll need to investigate that a bit later on. We've only got one thing. Well, you know what? Let's buy the other thing in here as well. Why the hell not? Browse. Holodesk players. When you walk over, you look at the hall of viewers, you see nothing but empty shelves. You ask the salesman, and he tells you that they are completely sold out and don't expect another for at least 6 months. You are quite depressed since you need to view your father's holodesk. You don't know where else to go, unless your holodesk player back at the barracks is still functional. That's going to be something we'll need to investigate. Let's leave here. And we're going to go and put our 7 grand back into our account since we're not going to be able to purchase that holodesk player. If you try and purchase it sooner, I think what happens is you end up with a faulty device and it doesn't work. And then when you try and return it, they're like, yeah, not interested. You're stuck with it now. Inspect our accounts. Okay, so it's gone up another 500 there. Let's change our investments. Let's buy another 7 grand in stock here. So we're back up to 10 grand. What we're going to do, we're going to leave this. We're going to upgrade Rex's Commando. We're going to swap out the SRM 4-pack for a pair of lasers and an extra ton of armor. Glued on armor, so the strongest adhesive there is. And then we are going to leave the starport. And that will be the end of this episode, I think. Okay, we've just taken out the necessary funds to get an upgrade on Rex's Commando. We've got 2 grand left in the account, so that will continue to accumulate money. Let's move around here. Come this way, and we are going to head into the Mech-It Loop. I just realized we've got to do something else. Should have taken a little bit more cash out, but whatever. Let's have... where is it? Visit the speed shop. Here we go. You're into the small side shop. We've read all this before. Rex's Commando. Let's buy that upgrade. It costs 13,800. That's exactly how much we've got. Your mech is done. It's waiting for you outside. Okay, so we have a slightly improved Commando now. But there was one other thing in here we want to do, and that is ask for the apprenticeship here. One of the techs is eyeing your group. He squints, stares at you for a second, then scrambles to grab his glasses. He takes one good look and comes over to you. He shakes hands with Rex, who explains the mission to him, and he immediately offers to join the group. There we go, another Crescent Hawks logo. Congratulations, you have found one of the Crescent Hawk agents. His name is Edward, and he will be on foot. And look, we have his stats added to our left-hand side window now. So it looks like he is very low on body and dexterity, and not much charisma either. He hasn't got a mech, so he's on foot. All of the techs are busy, although you try to get their attention, they seem to be intentionally ignoring you now. So the Mech-It Loop is no longer interested in us. Let's move around this way. Let's go into the weapon shop here, see what is said. As you open the door, the weapon shop owner stands up, points a hairy paw at you, and growls for you to take your traitorous self and get out of his shop. Seems like good advice, and you take it. So people are taking a dislike to us here. No, I don't want to have a fight. Why are we having this fight here? Flee. We're not interested. Let's try the arena now, see what they have to say. The shriveled old woman sneers at you and tells you that the arena services are only for Pacifica residents. When your short temper snaps and you start yelling that you don't know what she is talking about, she whips out a closed sign and walks away. Enter the armor shop now. Normally the shopkeeper here seems happy for you to be shopping in his store. Today he seems very jittery, and every time you ask to see something, he curtly says that he is out of stock on that item. You get the feeling that you are not wanted and leave the store. So something fishy is going on here. Let us move around. We've got a couple other places to visit in the area before we leave Starport. Back we go. Into the hospital now. We read all this. Exactly the same. If I try and get healed though, nobody is wounded. It's not going to tell me anything more. If I try and attend a seminar... Who can I try and send? You already know that all that you can from the seminar. You would need to attend a dedicated medical college in order to learn any more than you already know. Okay, right, well, there's nothing interesting there. Let's have a look. No, these guys are at least speaking to me. Let's leave the hospital then. I don't think anything is more to be done at the inaugural hall. Yeah, we don't want to get any more attention. They already are searching for us through town, constantly being attacked now. Clothing shop. Let's try this place. The shopkeeper closes the door and flips the close sign right before you walk in. When you leave, he watches you for a few steps and then turns the sign back to open. Okay, so he doesn't want us in the store either. I still do not want to have these fights. I want to flee this area. Let's try the lounge now. The lounge is full of people conversing, laughing, and having a good time. When you enter, however, they stop and stare at you. Some of the stares contain disgust, others have pure hatred in them. You think it prudent to leave. So ever since this Edward bloke joined us, we've been getting a lot of hostile attention. Move to the northwest there. One last place here. I somehow doubt the video hut is going to give us anything more interesting. Welcome to Rob's Electronics. Well, you know what? God bless them. They're still going to ignore us just the same as they did before. Yeah, okay. So, nothing more to be done there. Let's make our way to the exit. We need 150 C-bills before we can do that though. So let's go and grab that cash now. Should have grabbed it earlier really, but never mind. Nope, I just want to go... don't give me this fight. I'm trying to go into Common Star. Okay, inspect our accounts. So we got 700 there. Let's sell 150 to pay our garage bill. Oh, that's a good question. I wonder if the bill goes up since we got more mechs now. Rex can cover his own bill. I'm paying for his seminar. Oh god, I've gone the dead end. Why even have a dead end in the city, honestly? This is not the easiest place to navigate. But we're out of town now. Just a few more steps. Enter the Mac garage. The parking garage manager saunters over to you and hands you the bill. You cough as you read the figures on the paper. You try to haggle, but he stands firm. After all, he does have your property as collateral. Will you pay the fee 150 C-bills to get your mechs out of the garage? Yes, we will. You pay the leech in full and board your vehicles, which are waiting outside now. Before we go though, I need to assign people to mechs. So Jason's in the Chameleon, Rex is in the Commando, but we need to put Edward in one of the mechs. He doesn't have his own mech at the moment, but there are rider seats available in both the Chameleon and Commando. Let's put him in our mech here, with us in the Chameleon. Something about Edward makes you uneasy about putting him in a mech cockpit, but we do it anyway, and that is us done. We will be back next Monday for the next installment then, when we're going to head back to our barracks to see if the holodisc player is still going to work. We're also going to investigate the prison to the northeast, where one of Rex's pals is being held hostage.